On the program recently, we tried to give credit to all of the Republicans, elected and media, who are pushing for people now to wear masks and to not feel that there's any stigma. Thank you to Mitch McConnell for your comments, and Kevin McCarthy, and Sean Hannity, and Steve Doocy, and all of that. Unfortunately, some other prominent right-wingers are still pushing misinformation and fear-mongering and trying to make a big partisan thing out of mask wearing. So I want to give you an idea of, as we continue this campaign, what are we up against? Well, we're up against things like this. Bill Mitchell, famous for really liking Trump, that's literally why he has hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers, tweeted, "I put on a mask and literally within seconds I am struggling to breathe."
Can we have a moment for Bill Mitchell's Twitter avatar?
Yeah.
Bill Mitchell,
that is something.
Some fancy people have like a leather stamped receptacle to put their keys in when they come in the door. Or some kind a leather belt, like a fancy leather belt where you take like something and hit it and it makes an impression on the belt. He looks like one of those was struck by gamma radiation.
Okay.
And
anyway,
came to life.
Right. We're talking masks here. Now look, this is serious because Bill Mitchell has lots of followers on Twitter who follow him for political analysis and stuff like that. And he says, within seconds, I'm struggling to breathe. Now, I don't think he has done this, but hypothetically, when he gets criticized for this tweet, he's going to say, back in May, I had some sort of blood clot in my lung or something like that. He apparently had some sort of thing like that. I don't know if that's true. Let's assume that it is. I don't think it would cause this. But here's the thing. Putting out that tweet tells all of his followers the right thing to do is to pretend that masks are incapacitating. And we've already seen tons of that at this point. It used to be that the Republican Party tried to, pretend that they're really strong, you know? And that's how you are patriotic and good and alpha. Now you're supposed to pretend that you are barely able to function. And that is how you show that you are a patriotic American.
He is flailing like a namby-pamby European soccer player.
You mean when they pretend to be injured?
Oh, him! Like, are you kidding me? There are so many videos going around right now of Karens saying they can't breathe. And there are a few other videos going around right now of, there's a young girl with a breathing problem who has her, oxygen reading gauge on her finger. She's like, I do have a breathing problem, and I have to take rescue inhalers and all this stuff. And here is my oximetry scale right now. And she puts on one mask and another mask and a third mask. And it stays the same. Yeah. This is just utter fiction. This is you being too wussy to wear a mask. You are being a little flailing, flopping soccer player.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have comments coming in from people who are like, I got asthma and I keep marching against racism in 90-degree weather with a mask on. So F people who bitch and whine about wearing masks. Yeah. And it's really... he also, let's say hypothetically his medical thing stops him from wearing a mask. It probably doesn't, but let's say that it does. He was also tweeting saying he had a video that he posted of Dr. Fauci having a mask on and then taking it off. And he's like, why? Dr. Fauci, after just seconds, has to lean against a desk because he can't breathe. No. People have been wearing these masks forever and not dying. Surgeons don't die after 30 seconds of wearing a mask. How tight are you putting this on? That's causing it. It's just not true. And the issue is that he has lots of influence, lots of clout. People believe, even as he's been spreading misinformation the entire time, back in March 21st, so a day into us being, locked down at TYT, he tweeted, when COVID-19 reaches 51 million infected in the US and kills 55,000, someone let me know. Today, flu season is almost over, and we're at 276 US dead. Amateur numbers. Okay, well, twice as many people have died. Is he taking it more seriously? No, I'd argue he's taking it far less serious than he was when he was denying that.
Maybe someone just didn't let him know. That's actually my bad.
That's true.
I didn't let him know. My bad. So Bill, Willie, the Satchel Boy, who is hit by, I want to say, lightning now. Mm-hmm. You saddlebag idiot moron. 100,000 plus.
Yeah.
How many is it now? Like 120?
It's like 128, I think now. Officially, again, who knows what it actually is. And so the issue is, it isn't that it's killing people, because it's not. That's stupid. It's literally the stupidest thing ever. I don't even agree with you. I don't think it is actually that he's too, or that they are too wussy to do it. They could do it, and it is easy. It's that they have to pretend to be so weak that a cloth mask would kill them. And the reason is that Bill Mitchell is, above everything else, a right-wing grifter. And his only career is getting people to pay attention to him. And so the thing they put out and ran with initially was, wearing a mask is bending down to the tyranny of commie libs. So now Sean Hannity potentially, he theoretically wants Trump to win. He cares about the deaths at least a little bit. He can potentially move on the mask thing. But Bill Mitchell is just a grifter.
Mm-hmm.
And so how is he supposed to now say, you know what, turns out they were right, you're supposed to wear a mask? It's all grift. He has to ride it to the grave.
They all do it. And Bill Mitchell is one of those people, there's some on the left too, when it comes to Bernie Sanders, where they're like, oh, I'm going to open it up just in case the person I've latched my Apple wagon to falls out of favor, I can say, told you so afterwards. And Bill Mitchell is, he's going to stay with Trump till the last possible day. But there might be a time when Trump loses embarrassingly. And is Bill Mitchell going to point out all the actual reasons Trump lost and then analyze them earnestly? No, he's going to say, Trump lost because he wasn't strong enough on masks, and I'm the only person who was strong enough on masks. Yeah. But the grift is just all about finding that dominant strategy of an idiot and a moron. And that is, maybe Trump after that point will be hiring people for his new news program so they can go hard in the face of reason and actual reporting, and he'll try to get involved with that. But I do think that I agree with you. I put on a mask and literally within seconds I'm struggling to breathe. A version of that is every tweet that Bill Mitchell has ever tweeted. Yeah. It's stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah, I love what you said. The metaphor, really, the grift is just find a ridiculous fake mountain to stand on and say, I'm better for this reason, I'm smarter, more clued in, whatever. Now come around me and let's point at all the people that don't hold this insane, ridiculous, ever-changing, radical position effectively. And he's done that. And what I worry is, again, I don't want to focus too much on just tweets, but there was a response to his tweet that gave me hope at first, and then I kept reading that said, because he said, masks are not necessary effectively. Water droplet containing pathogens transmitting infection over aerosols can be significantly reduced by masks. Sounds good so far, right? Goes on to say, yet I believe COVID is mainly a political stunt. The virus is within humans since ages, like influenza is. It's just now they started measuring.
What? No, that's not true at all. That's not even remotely true.
That's not true. Nope.
But like that first part does explain why masks are good. The downside is you protecting other people, and no one on the right wants to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and the people who are like, well, the size of the virus is like this, and the size of the holes in the mask is like this, as if the virus is crawling through the hole itself rather than being expelled in water droplets that are far larger. It's just so frustrating day after day. Like, as much as this quarantine is destroying me, knowing that it's going to continue because we can't get through to these morons and get them to do something as simple as put on a mask. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.